So I'm trying to do an episode, and just as I sat down, put my headphones on, started up my recording software. Can you hear that? Someone decided to start mowing their grass outside. What an absolute total... Hey, what's up guys? Griggzy here. And this is another episode of my Redstone computer tutorial series. Ta-da! And in today's episode, I cannot promise that we will be doing much. Because... well, I'm going on holiday on Sunday, and at the moment it's Friday and it's raining. Hold on. And it is 5:41 PM. And I'm all packed and whatnot. So we're going to be catching the plane on Sunday morning. So I don't really have much time. But I also wanted to come on to say that there's not going to be any episodes on my channel, including Redstone tutorials, for 2 weeks while I'm away. So 14 days. And obviously I apologise about that, but there's not much that I can do. Everyone has to have a holiday every so often. So I'm going to be having that holiday and then coming back and probably doing some more work. I put up an episode today, the day of recording this. And the episode that I'm recording now it's either going to be put up today on the same day and have a double episode, or it's going to be put up the day after. So on Saturday, Saturday. So we'll see about it. He just started up his lawnmower again. Okay, so I think he's doing his back garden. It's not quite as loud. I don't think my microphone will pick it up. Right, but today I suppose we can go ahead and I'll show you the design for the GPU itself. It just involves doing this, kind of. Let me show you. If I was to just put that there, I think we need to do is put a block on the bottom of every single one of these torches first of all. You can also just do it like that, do one big solid line, and then you want to go ahead and put pistons down on them, and I will show you that in a second. And that is how our binary decoder is going to work. So today I'm probably going to try, this is kind of a bit of an update episode with a tiny little bit of work. What I'm going to do is try and show you how the binary decoder works, and I'm going to show you how to do the pattern, and then I'll probably leave it to you to do all of the other ones. So I'll show you how to do like 1 and 2, and then it should be really easy for you to just work out how you do the other ones, and I'll show you how you do that in a second. So you just want to kind of do this. Okay. And then get rid of that. So I think what you want to do is you want to start just putting in lines like this. Every 2, like this. Just start putting in long lines of whatever colour wool, because it's all going to get... no, it's not. It's not going to get deleted. This is meant to be orange wool. So you can go ahead and use orange wool for this. Or whatever colour wool if you want, if you don't want to keep it the same colour. So here we go. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and take out these ones. So you're having a block under every single torch, basically. And this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I'm going to show you the pattern. And you also need one on the end, don't forget about that. And all of these do have to be orange, but I'll do that in a second. And for the pattern, all you need to do is you need to remember your binary. So you need to remember 1 is 1, and then 1 1 is 3, 0 1 is 2. Just remember all of them, and then you just do the pattern on these blocks using pistons. So to do number 1, I'm going to show you how you do it. Number 1 would be this. Put a piston there, and then blocks on all the other ones. And then if you look from above, the piston is like a 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So for 2, the piston would have to be there. Yeah? If you get what I mean. So if you want to do it like that. And then that is how that will work. So 1, 2. And then obviously 3 will be both of these blocks. So I'm going to go ahead and do them. I'll take that over there. Take out these 2. Oh, no, sorry. Like that. Put 2 pistons there. And then let's go from above. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously 4 will be this line. So your piston would have to go... there, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 would be that. No, sorry, this, and this, and this. So you see the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you know what 6 will be? It'll be 1 here and 1 there. So let me go ahead and do this one. And then like that. So you will have to go ahead and put all of these in as well. It's a bit like a minefield of blocks and pistons, basically. So, and then you go this way and take out all of these ones. So they're all floating blocks. And then once again, like so. And then you may also want to change all of these. And you get what I mean. So let's just go up one more time and I'll show you what I'm... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, you know what 7 would be, right? It would be all 3 of these. And then 8 would be this one here. So that is the pattern of it. And you want to just do all of them like that. So I'm just going to do a few more on camera just in case anyone can't quite grasp it. And get rid of these. And that. So that's the next one. Yeah. I'm going to go over here and show you the pattern. It's very, very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be over here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 will be all of them. 15 will be over here. And then 16 like so. So basically the pattern of the pistons matches exactly the pattern of this. Okay, so imagine this with gaps in between. That's how you do it. Okay, so once you've done your patterning like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you want to go ahead and go down here, and everything that isn't a piston has to have dust on it. So basically, all blocks have to have a bit of dust on the top, and you won't be able to put anything on pistons anyway, so you can just hold your right click down and just kind of fly over the top like this. Make sure you don't miss any, otherwise it will be very fatal to the design and it will mean that it won't work. Okay, so once you've dusted them all up like that, make sure you have all of the other blocks like this. Hopefully we'll actually get a working GPU today. That's what I'm going to quickly try and achieve. And if we can't, then I'm sorry about that. Okay, so once you've done that, that's the top layer. So remember to get your pattern right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, just copy that down if you're not sure. Just do this for now. Okay, and then blocks with dust on for the rest of them. Now here's the other thing. Everything that is a block has to have a piston on the bottom of it. So this is what you have to do next. Okay, so make sure you haven't missed any, and then after that you need a block on the bottom of all of these pistons. Now you may be asking why we're doing this, why we're making little stacks of blocks and pistons, and it'll all come together when I show you some little tiny trick in a minute. So if you look, some of these pistons are level and some of them aren't, and the ones that aren't level are the ones that are pistons on the top. So that means that in order for these to be in a straight line, these pistons have to be on. So now the next thing that you have to do is you have to go ahead and line along here. You need to do blocks along here like this, and the whole of underneath here has to be a line. Okay? Like this. To just have it sticking out one block, and have it sticking out one block this side as well. Actually, have it sticking out 2 blocks this side. And then what you want to do is you want to just run lines across like that. Now if we go ahead and look at the other design, I'll show you what I did here. For all of these, I took out the block. Can you see them? So you have to do another kind of crisscross thing. I'll show you what I mean in a second. What I'd do is I'd go ahead and do these like this. Now pistons can push more than one block. So if we do all of these lines and then hit our main cell function and invert the main cell so it's all full, a load of blocks from here will poke down, and then they are some blocks that we don't need there. So if we go ahead, turn these off, invert the main cell information like so, go ahead and turn on our GPU and put the main cell activation on, all of our lines should come on like that, and all of these will poke down into there like that. Okay, now all you need to do is go up ahead and go ahead and put in all of your torches for all of these. And notice they're all on because the main screen is full. It has 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Don't know how many ones I just said, but it's got 8 ones, and that's why all of these torches are on. Now if you go down here and look, you see loads and loads of blocks poking out the bottom, and these are blocks that you just have to trim up if you want them off. So go ahead and you can go trim these up. Okay, there we go, we've trimmed all of them blocks up, and now you also have these blocks, the ones that are still double like that, and if you want you can get rid of these too. It's actually quite complicated to see which ones are ones that you have to get rid of, but they go with the pattern. So if you just look underneath, you can go ahead with the pattern. So this will be both, and then this will be this one. These will be fine. Then it'll be this one and this one. Then it'll be that one and that one, and then all 3. You see, so it follows the pattern also. So anything that is a piston on top, you can knock out this block here, like that, for all of them, if you just want them looking neat. Right, but that is all of them as far as I'm concerned. So you should have no blocks that are down here, like double blocks, and then you should have no blocks that have no block like that. So say this piston was retracted, you shouldn't have a gap there like that with a block there. There always, at all times, has to be a block either here or let me find one. If we was to turn, hold on, I'll show you what I mean. If we was to invert this, all of these pistons would come up, and then we'd have loads of little gaps here, or they'd be up like this one. Okay, so this is what you should have, something looking like this. Okay, so now you might be asking, okay, what do we do with this? Now we're going to run loads of torches along here like that, and on every single one of these in-between blocks here, we need to put a repeater. And by the way, the repeaters have to face this way. That is because this side is where all of our wires are going to come out and lead up to our big screen here. So they all do need to go this way. Unless you've built your GPU differently, then you can make it point a different way. Which I don't really see any need to. I don't think there's much reason to do it a different way round. But if you want to experiment and go ahead and do it, then you can, obviously. So I'm just going to finish up putting all of these repeaters in. And now what happens is when the GPU is on, all of these will power, and we will have a redstone current going through every single one of these repeaters. So we'll have a redstone signal going into every single one like that. And if the blocks are in the right order, then the power will go all the way through to the end. And that is how we're going to work out what binary digit we are showing. So imagine all of these lines as individual locks, and these lights have to be on in the certain order for the power to come out of this end. Okay, so let's go ahead and just demonstrate this to you now, like I just said. We're not coming up with anything out of the end of it yet, and if we put a 1 in, then in theory this torch should light up here. Oh no, this had a little accident. Okay, so hold on, let me show you one more time. So if I turn it off, then it's off. But if I turn the 1 on, this line comes on, and only this line. Now that is because this has got a piston there, and if this is on, then this goes down and completes the row. Now bear this in mind. Imagine we was to put a different number in, so say we threw an 8 in there with it and turned it into a 9, this would go off. Now it goes off because this piston would go down because it's an 8, and it would go down and it would stop this power from getting through, and therefore it will say no, that's not a 1, it's a 9, and it would come up on our 9 digit. That would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it would be on this one here is where it would light up. So now I would suggest going through and just checking every single one of these to make sure you've done it right. So if I go ahead, put my 1 in, we know the 1 works. If I go ahead and put a 2 in, our 2 should come up, unless I've done something wrong. Oh no, none of them are powered. Okay, so that's something. You need to make sure all of these are powered, like this, which we would do with one big redstone line very shortly. Okay, so now just put your 2 in and see if a 2 wants to come through. Let me have a little look. Our 2's in, it's going through there, through there, through there, and this doesn't have a block on it. A little mistake there. Okay, there we go. So this is why you have to test them all, because you might have some little problems. So 1, yes, and 2, yes, and now let's check 3. These should both go off and this one should come on. Have we got another problem? See, this is why you have to go through and check them all. See, look, we've had another problem. Ah, it's all of these along here. Okay, so all of these have had a 1 tick pulse, and it's made them all come down and let go of their blocks. Okay, so that was just a slight problem that I had. Make sure that you don't have any problems like that. So okay, let's go back to 2. 2 comes up. Now let's try 3. Yeah. And now let's try 4. 4 comes up. There we go. It took its time to make its mind up, but eventually it did it. Now let's check this one. 5 should come up. Yes. And then let's try 2. The next one along. There we go. And then add one more to it. There we go. So that's our 7. So all of the ones that we've done so far work. And then that is how we're going to make our GPU. So now what you can do is you can go ahead and keep adding in these lines. And make sure that you stick to the correct redstone pattern. Now I think I'm going to do mine, say, I'm going to just pick a number and do it that length long. I did quite a few on this one. Let me just quickly count it. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it goes all the way out to 16. If you want to go ahead and do it all the way out to 16, then you can go ahead and do that. I'm probably going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. If you want to go ahead and complete the GPU all the way up to 16, go ahead and do that while I'm away. And when I come back, I will quickly finish up all the way up to 16. And by the way, when you get to 16, you can just straight up stop if you want. However, if you want to keep going, so it doesn't get too long, what you could do is take it over the top like here, but I wouldn't do that. Not for this design. I would suggest doing it in a straight line, and then maybe we will do a turn. So what I'd do is probably take it another 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now this is going all the way up to 24. All the way up to 24. Which is not really that needed because we can only display... Think about this. We can only display this up to a 9. Okay, so one day we might need to add in another digit. So we can add in another digit at some point. So we can make a screen that goes up to 99 if we wish to. But for now, I think we're going to do a 1 digit. So all we really need to do is go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You only need to go up to here for now. And then it will probably be a few more episodes down the line, and then we'll add in another digit on the screen. But for now, what I would do is do it up to 9. And if you really want to, you can do it up to anywhere up to and including 99. Because I doubt we'll ever add 3 digits. Because this is only an 8-bit ALU, I'll show you what we can add. We can... Our total number, I think, is 256... No, that's completely wrong. Something makes me think it's 254. However, I'm not too sure. Let me just quickly check. So it's 128 plus 64, that is going to be... Okay, so it's 255, I think, not 254, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I took my exam in computing, so excuse me if that's wrong, but I think it is 255. So you can, in theory, if you want to, go all the way up to 255 for this 8-bit ALU. If we was to turn it into a 16-bit ALU, I think we would either have twice as much or 8 times as much. I think it's 8 times as much. So I think we'd have 2040 possible combinations. If it was 8 times as much, that is. But we don't need to worry about that for now. You can either do it up to 9 and then stop for one screen. But if you want to go ahead with me at some point and do a double screen, then we will probably want to do that to higher numbers. So you can go ahead and do that all the way up to 99 if you want to, because that is what 2 screens would support. And if you want to go ahead and challenge yourself to 3 digits, then you can go all the way up to 255. But I doubt many of you want to do that. So either 9 or say, just go up to like 20 or something, somewhere up there. It just depends what you want to be showing on your screen. Because this is definitely quite a tedious design, and I know there's much better binary decoders out there. And I will be adding a good binary decoder to my advanced computer at some point, so you know. Anyway, today we've actually done quite a bit of work. I'm actually quite surprised. I didn't really have much time to record today, but this has ended up being quite a full episode anyway. But I think for now, guys, I'm gonna have to end it here, end it kind of unfinished, because this is actually infinite. You can make this like thousands and thousands long if you really wanted to. But there wouldn't be any point, because this guy can only add up to a maximum of 255. So 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So while I'm gone, you've got a little bit to keep you busy, and it's a repeating pattern that you can take all the way up to 255 if you should want to. So that can go very, very far, and I wouldn't do that if I was you. The maximum I'd take this thing up to is probably about, so that's 9, that's probably about 18. I'd probably only take it up to 30 maximum, just because otherwise you'll be getting too far away from the actual computer itself. And I like to have everything kind of in one area, because imagine doing maintenance on them. You'd put in something here, and then you'd have to fly all the way out to about, say you did up to 40, that would probably be about here somewhere, crazy like that. It would be 80 blocks away, so it would be somewhere here, and it might just be a pain in the butt. So keep it controlled, do it up to 30 maximum, or 9 if you just want to get the 1-digit one done. But what I'll do is, this series is coming to a close very, very soon, and what we'll be doing is probably adding 2 digits in, and then it will be rest in peace of the series. And once we've done a few more control functions to make it look a little bit more packed like this, that is only really needed for the very end of the experiment and build, you could kind of say. Once that's done, and maybe a 2-digit screen and right shift and left shift, then I wouldn't see any more reason to continue the series, and that'll be the point where it ends probably. Oh, the reset all function doesn't work. Hold on. Clean map. Clear, erase. Okay, so that's that. We'll probably get another 10 more episodes out of this series or something along the lines of that. But a while ago, I wouldn't have even thought that I'd make it to episode 17, if I'm honest. So this is episode 17. And I know there's a few guys that watch me and support me and comment on my videos, and I can't thank you anymore. And this is the best thing that I can do for you. This is what I have in return to say thanks on my episodes for you, if you enjoy them and carry on watching them, and I'll keep making them for you, I suppose. I'm getting a little bit sentimental, but yeah, seriously, thank you ever so much for following the series to this point. If you're still here from the start, that's 17 episodes, quite a few hundred blocks placed, quite a few hundred redstone and repeaters placed, and yeah, what else more can I say apart from thanks? Now, I'll see you back in the next episode, guys. For any of you guys that are waiting, I'll see you in 2 weeks, maybe 2.5. And for anyone who's just come along, say, a couple months later after this was released, hey, what's up, guys? Go ahead and go on to the next episode. But, oh, cancel. Right, I guess this is going to be the end of the episode, and this is going to be the end of me for a couple weeks, a few weeks maybe, 3 at maximum. But thank you ever so much for watching, guys. Likes, comments and subscribes are all very much appreciated, and if you have any ideas or complaints, you can just go ahead and drop them down there in the comments, because they do get read. And that reminds me, I need to go ahead and reply to a comment on my last video. He got the first comment, and I need to go ahead and read that now and reply. And if you have any, guys, let me know, seriously. The few guys that I know watch me and I know follow me, I've got a question for you. Do you have any friends that have seen the build? I know one of you have. Have you got any friends that have seen the build and have said, whoa, how'd you do that? Or how'd you build all of that? And if you have, then well done. That's what I said. I think I said that in the very first episode. I was like, you can show it off to your friends. And also, an extra congratulations to you if you've managed to explain some of this to them, so you can see and you can prove to them that you know what you're doing. It's all pretty cool, and I definitely like making the episodes. And also, if any of you are keen Redstoners on this series, you can go ahead and watch some of my Redstone tutorial series. Now, I'm on like episode 30 something of this guy. It's been plenty episodes. This is where my world started over here. This is where my YouTube started. And this is one of the first videos that I ever put up. This lighthouse here. Which, by the way, I think is broken. So I'm going to have to see to that soon. But anyway, Griggzy out. I'll see you later, guys.
That 5-minute sign off though.